What's going on, y'all? It's Plainly Bitcoin. Back with another video, trying to educate you guys on crypto. Playing around with this AI. Now I'm gonna ask AI, what is Bitcoin? Pay attention. School's in session.
Hello. It's great to hear from you. How can I help you today? Do you have a question, a task, or just want to chat? That's a great question. I can certainly give you a simple explanation of what Bitcoin is and how it works. At its core, Bitcoin, BTC, is a form of digital money or cryptocurrency. Here is a breakdown of its key features. 1. Digital money, not physical. What it is. Bitcoin exists only as computer code on the internet. You can't hold it like a dollar bill or a coin. Purpose. It was created to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, meaning people can send money directly to each other online without needing an intermediary. 2. Decentralized, no central bank. Key difference. Unlike the US dollar, controlled by the Federal Reserve, or the euro, controlled by the European Central Bank, no single person, company, or government controls Bitcoin. The network. It is maintained by a global distributed network of computers called nodes. This makes it resistant to censorship and government interference. 3. The technology, the blockchain. The public ledger. All Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a huge, public digital ledger called the blockchain. How it works. Think of the blockchain as a continuously growing, highly secured, and shared notebook. Every time someone sends Bitcoin, that transaction is grouped with others into a block and added to the chain. Security. Once a transaction is recorded on the blockchain, it is extremely difficult to alter or erase, making the history of ownership transparent and secure. 4. Limited supply. Scarcity. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins created. This hard cap is written into its code. Analogy. This feature is often compared to a limited resource like gold, which some believe helps it act as a store of value, an asset that maintains its value over time against inflation. 5. Mining. How it's created and secured. The process. Miners use powerful computers to verify the transactions and add new blocks to the blockchain. This process involves solving complex mathematical puzzles. The reward. As a reward for their work, the first miner to successfully add a new block is paid in newly created Bitcoins, plus transaction fees. This is how new Bitcoins are introduced into the system. In short, Bitcoin is a decentralized, digital currency that allows secure, direct transfers between individuals using a global, public ledger called the blockchain, all without the need for traditional banks. Would you like to know more about how you can buy Bitcoin, or maybe how its value is determined? That's an excellent follow-up question. Unlike traditional currencies, which governments can simply print, AIM's Bitcoin's value is purely determined by market forces. The fundamental driver is the classic principle of supply and demand. Supply and demand, the core driver. Bitcoin's price is the equilibrium point, where the amount of Bitcoin available to buy, supply, meets the market's desire to own it, demand. Big supply, scarcity. Only 21 million BTC will ever exist. This hard-coded scarcity is its most powerful economic feature, making it a deflationary asset. Its value tends to increase over time due to limited supply, as opposed to inflationary, like fiat currency, where value decreases as more is printed. Controllable demand. Demand is determined by the number of people and institutions who want to buy, hold, and use Bitcoin. As more people want it, the demand increases and the price rises, assuming the supply remains the same. Key factors influencing demand and price. Because the supply is fixed and predictable, the fluctuations in Bitcoin's price are largely due to changes in demand, which is influenced by the following major factors. 1. Market sentiment and media coverage. This is the fear and greed factor. Positive news, like a large company announcing it bought Bitcoin, can create a fear of missing out, FOMO, driving up demand and price. Negative news, like a regulatory crackdown or a major hack, can trigger fear in selling, driving the price down. 2. Adoption and utility. As Bitcoin becomes more widely accepted as a form of payment or a recognized financial asset, institutional adoption. When large investment firms or corporations start buying, it brings in massive demand and helps legitimize the asset. Retail use. The more merchants and services accept BTC, the greater its utility and inherent value. 3. Regulatory environment. News or rumors of new government regulations can cause massive price swings. Positive regulation, creating clear rules, e.g., approving Bitcoin ETFs, can bring stability and attract more institutional money, increasing the price. Negative regulation, bans, or strict restrictions in major economies can cause panic selling. 4. Bitcoin halving events. Every 4 years, roughly, the reward miners receive for creating a new block is halved. Impact. This cuts the rate at which new Bitcoin enters the circulating supply. By restricting new supply while demand is stable or growing, halving events are historically associated with significant price increases in the following months. 5. Macroeconomic factors. Bitcoin is increasingly seen as a global asset. Inflation. If traditional currencies are experiencing high inflation, investors may move their money into Bitcoin as a potential store of value, like digital gold, driving up demand. Global instability. Political or economic crises can increase demand for a decentralized asset that operates outside the control of any single government. The best way to understand the volatile nature of cryptocurrency prices, including Bitcoin, is to see how various factors create volatility, as explained in this video. Why do crypto prices jump up and down so much? YouTube video views will be stored in your YouTube history, and your data will be stored and used by YouTube according to its terms of service. You're very welcome. I'm glad I could explain how Bitcoin works and how its value is determined. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Perhaps you'd like to know about Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, or how crypto wallets work. You're most welcome. I'm happy I could help clarify things about Bitcoin. Feel free to reach out whenever you have more questions. Have a great day.